Hey everybody, Pete Blank here for this week's edition of Pete's Points in the small town here in central Alabama of Rockford, Alabama. And that reminds me of the TV show, the Rockford Files. As you see Rockford's town hall behind me. Now, if you weren't around in the 1970s, you didn't see this great television show with James Garner in the Rockford Files. Well, Pete, what in the world does this have to do with me as a leader? Well, when I think of the town of Rockford, I think of Rockford Files. So of course, being in human resources, I think of employee files. And I want you to be very careful of what you keep in an employee's file. For an example, if you're a current manager or a supervisor or a leader and you keep something in a file on an employee, that shouldn't be a surprise at the end of the year come performance appraisal time. You shouldn't keep all these documents and just keep putting them into a file, and then when it comes for the time for the annual review, you just take everything out and go, here you go, here's all the things you should have been working on. Anything that goes in an employee's file, in my opinion, you should talk to them about. If it's a commendation or a good guest comment, they should see a copy of it before it goes in their file. If it's coaching or feedback, there should be a discussion and documentation with them before it goes into the file. Where we get in trouble sometimes as leadership and management is we see our employees make a mistake, we'll write it down, put it in the file, and then we'll bring everything back up for the end of the year conversation. The best performance appraisal, the best annual review is where the employee goes, oh, I knew all this. We've already talked about all of this. That's the best way to do it. So if you do have files, not necessarily Rockford files, but if you have files, make sure that employees know what's going in there, discuss it with them in advance so there's no surprises at performance appraisal time. That's it here from the city of Rockford, Alabama. We'll see you next time on Pete's Points.